What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Soulja Talk the podcast. I'm your host, Staff Sergeant McPherson, and on this show we discuss military topics with current and prior service members. Okay, you guys. So today we're gonna be talking about being yourself in the U.S. Army. We're gonna be talking about being yourself in the U.S. Army. Make sure you guys stay tuned to this video. Okay, you guys. So welcome to Podtober Day 20. This is Podtober Day 20, you guys. And first of all, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Make sure you guys, if you got any suggestions about future episodes, you guys can hit me up at this email right here down below. So we're gonna get straight into it, you guys. Being yourself in the Army, right? So being yourself in the Army, I'm gonna start off with just an example as far as like leaders versus followers. Everybody don't want to be a leader. You know what I mean? Everybody don't want to be a leader. Some people are just cool with following. And I say this because there are command positions in the Army. For example, you have first sergeant, you have command sergeant major, all the way up, battalion commander. All these are command positions, right? But you got people, you got enlisted personnel, and you also got officers who don't want to be in those positions simply because I guess they don't feel like they are they don't want. I guess I know it's just their prerogative, right? It's just their preference. They don't want to be in those type of positions. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they shy away from the positions, but they're being themselves. So this is one example. I say if you feel like you don't want to be in those type of positions, you guys be yourself, man. If you want to continue to move up in the military, continue to just find ways uh around that. You know what I mean? You don't have to be in a command position, you guys, for longevity in the Army. Uh so that's uh one example. So another example would be uh I guess like being social in the workplace, right? So what I mean by that is like uh I'm just gonna give myself for an example. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people who have introverted ways in the Army. You know what I mean? Everybody's not an extrovert. Everybody, you got some ambiverts out there, you know what I mean, who can do both. But what I mean by be yourself in the Army, to don't feel obligated to have to be an extrovert while you at work. Be yourself. You know what I mean? People who your people is gonna gravitate to you. You know what I mean? But like I was saying, I said in my other video, you still want to have those basic communication skills to where you can still communicate effectively with your leadership. You know what I mean? But like I said, don't feel like you have to go out your way or anything like that to feel obligated or anything to uh be something be something that you're not or something that you don't want to be. You know what I mean? Continue to be yourself. And like I said, yeah, don't feel obligated to, feel like you have to carry on conversations at work. You have to laugh at jokes that's not funny. You have to do all these things. Don't feel like you got to do that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people that do those things, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Some people go to work and they can put on a face and they can turn into a whole nother person. You know what I mean? Me, I can't do that. You know what I mean? I have to be myself wherever I go. You know what I mean? So that's another example. I tell you guys, don't feel obligated to change or just continue to, you know. So the next thing I got you guys is well, this is not a next thing. But people tend to shy away from things when they are different. You know what I mean? If you feel that you are different, don't feel like you have to shy away from things because the norm is like something that you're not. It's the norm is the norm is the box that what I'm trying to say. So don't shy away from things just because you feel like you're different. You're too different for that. You know what I mean? And what I mean is like just for example, calling cadences. So in the army basically kind of like program. I ain't gonna say a program, but people that call cadences, you know, they got a certain type of voice tone. You know, they, you know what I mean. Is you know what I'm talking about if you're in the army and you notice that person who's calling cadences. You have to have a certain amount. Well, I ain't gonna say you have to have it, but like the norm is a certain voice tone. If you guys know what I mean, the norm is a certain voice tone. So you got people that they be want to call cadence, but they feel like they voice too squeaky or they voice too, you know, different. You know what I mean? Please don't let that stop you guys from calling cadences. You know what I mean? Because that's the box that you keeping yourself in, right? Uh you want to be able to, you know what I mean, get outside of that. You know what I mean? Uh and people will accept you for you. You know, don't think that people won't accept you for being you. Uh like I said, you might want to do something in the army, but uh you may feel like you can't do it because you're too short or just anything that you think that you can't do because you're different. You guys continue to be yourselves and continue to do what you want to do within the army, right? Don't let your differences stop you from doing anything. I don't care if it's calling cadences. I don't care if it's leading soldiers. I don't care if it's being in command positions. I don't care what it is, you guys. That's my whole message today is to don't allow your differences or the or anything outside of the norm of the army stop you from doing what you want to do or being creative whatever it is that you want to do in the army, you guys. Uh, so that's pretty much all I got today for you guys. Let me know if you got anything else on the topic. I know some soldiers out there who probably can relate. Let me know in the comments what type of things that fall under this category as far as the army may consider the norm, but you may feel like you have to shy away from because you're different from that, or you're not that. You know that you if you understand what I'm saying. So let me know, you guys. So this has been another episode of Soldiers Talk the Podcast, and I'll see you guys in formation.